셧다운. OK저축은행 프리온 대 광동 프릭스.
Now moving over to Hui to try to maybe push this lane out. Varus so strong in the early parts of this matchup. Not swapping it just yet here, but he will go over the Nico. Now we've seen Execute play a lot of Nico support. It looks like he's going to change it up though and go back to the Rel. Aw, less fun.
It is less fun, but it is very Execute. And having a great time doing it. We'll just see whether it can get them across the line. Let's jump into the game. Has to get the heal out in order to keep himself alive, as now Henna's in trouble. There's the re-engages. Pace has to flash, actually. Shattering Strike coming on through there. This Sejuani waiting in the wings could be an opportunity. Execute really wanting to push this advantage. Does still have flash as he does get slowed down. And now Henna could be in a bit of trouble as well. Pace moving on forward, doesn't find the burst fire just there as Canyon's just making sure that there's no jungler. But now Lehens having to flash away after he gets lit on fire. And Raptor turning up. This is going to be a difficult one because Lehens is so incredibly low. But Henna and Execute not wanting to go too far forward. Canyon's basically at full health and Pace is still very scary. Ooh, looking for that little bit of a back. Get that health bar back sorted out so that he can come back in and get aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, audaciously charging in once again is Raptor. Interrupted as Canyon misses the flash, but he's still able to get first blood. They go 2 for 1 now, but Raptor, can he get it done? The flash forward, the wind becomes lightning, doesn't connect onto Lehens. He's trying to kite it out as Chovy will get in here. Raptor's able to lock it down, but double buffs for the Corki will be the prize in the end. 3 for 3. What? I mean, what the heck just happened?
And this is a rough time for Fearx now. It's only 1,000 gold to lead, but the map control that Gen G are able to obtain bottom side here is massive. They are able to get this top side, take away those grubs, but look at Chovy. He doesn't care about rocks.
God, okay. That's a little bit silly. As now Extended Beam flying in. Pace throws down the ulti as well as Henna in trouble. Doesn't have his ult up just yet, but Pace still not going to be diving that turret right now. Still going to send him home. Going to grab some plate gold, and Gen G pretty unrelenting with the amount of pressure they have. Hitting level 6 and then just going for it. Canyon thought that he might be backing there. Henna not this time.
He has a phage right now. Oh no.
Oh dear, Execute in so much trouble. Just knocked up forever. Can't even crash down out of it, and now Pace is looking for even more. Doesn't have another dash over a wall, and therefore
is so critical here for Fearx keeping Gen G out.
Dear, this is a little bit scary. Grubs have been started up. Canyon moves on in first as the rest of Fox very ready to rotate over. But look at that, it's one extender beam, and Henna is so incredibly low. The equalizer comes down, and there's the Glacial Prison on top. But the Magnus Storm is fantastic, but it's equalized by an extraordinary wild growth, and now Keen is looking to light clear on fire. He's slowed down by the Harpoons. Good flash gets him out of the way, but Chovy's grabbing kills on the Xin Zhao, and I don't think Keen wants to let him go from this one, although he may have to, as his Harpoon just didn't quite have the ergs on it. Chovy going to stop Closer's back here, but I don't know whether they're going to be able to traverse with Henna being at full health. Still, this game is
off the rails, yeah.
Gen G's hands, right?
Something, snowball rolling downhill.
Yeah.
There's the Weaver's Wall. He takes Lulu and looks at the, what people say about it. Oh, hold up.
Yep, Glacial Prison, that is Henna. I don't think he's getting out of the way of this one, although Extended Beam was blocked by a minion. That is a little bit rude. And now Closer is in trouble. Keen looking for him. Seismic Shove just going to zone him away. Of course, if he was going to keep on walking forward to try and get that aggression, it was not going to work out. So Closer has to use the flash. I was checking this might cooldown, and as he was using it, he put it on cooldown. So I was like, oh wow, Raptor got it, but he did not. And then he now looking to take some control here of this bottom side. Could be another kerfuffle as Execute going in for the engage. He's burning down low, but that is another wild growth to keep Canyon alive. Arctic Assault to get himself out of there now, though, as Raptor looking for the re-engage, but Canyon's out of there.
And look at
mid lane. The damage.
Mid lane is open. If you're going to come to make this type of play, you have vision control. Henna has to come a lot faster than this because it's not a winning numbers game for Fearx unless he's there. He's so late. Here comes the Weaver's Wall.
Yeah, they're looking for more 4 versus 3 underneath this turret as now they do manage to get their prize, which was Canyon, but can they get out unscathed is the question. Raptor will end up going down as now the redemption a little bit late to save his teammates and not able to save Lehens either, although he does get Henna. Now Pei's able to rocket his way over. Is this going to be 2 kills for the Zeri? That might be the certification that you were looking for, as Closer does have double buffs. He does have a Seismic Shove as well, but I don't know how he's going to be able to get himself out of this one. David Blaine Closer. Can we get that skin for Talia, maybe? Yeah, could be an opportunity as no. The turret. The only thing that he didn't take into account.
Vision control that could have been perfect for them to get them back into the game, but Henna was just so late to it, and then they gave mid-turret as well for it. And the Pace still gets all the kills. Like, he wasn't there for the fight, but he still gets the reward.
Yeah.
And that's the disaster, unfortunately, for Fear-X. As meanwhile, top side is broken open.
Yeah, Canyon able to charge Shelly into this inner turret. Bottom side of the map, we did see that Clear was at least able to get something back, but then you pan towards the top lane and it's a bunch of extra money.
Smart build here for Gen G. I think the only way... Oh, Raptor's in trouble.
He is in a little bit of trouble. Going to be flashing away immediately.
They got the speed ups here.
And Pei's able to dash over that wall. Extendo Beam going to slow him down. Does have the Crescent Guard, as now we've got another fighting Pale onto Chovy. Let's see whether he can actually get a kill back. He almost does. Raptor's going to die in the meantime, but they do get their prize, which was the first kill onto Chovy of the summer season. Lahen's moving on over as well. You can see that teleport comes in from Keen. And Fear-X, they don't want anything to do with it. There's the equalizer, and Closer might have to take the red carpet out of there, but he's not going to risk it. He'll flash away immediately. Clear just doing his very best to hoover up these minions, and Keen wants to deny that. Teleport is going to be utilized, of course. Keen, no way of stopping that. Does at least break the Rookern shield. There's something.
You know, it's been quite a dominant performance from Gen G, and Fear-X are just trying to get any quadrant of the map back that they can. As Raptor's caught again.
Yeah, Raptor just going to get chain CC'd. Unfortunately, he pops the blast cone, but Canyon just goes with him immediately, and that is another kill going over to Pays.
I know, you know, it's been a tough game for Raptor here, but he has been caught a lot, but that's in part due to the fact that it's going to take a hell of a Magnet Storm.
Yeah, there is a Varus. You know, we've seen certain Varuses find the steals here, but Henna, he can't even walk up. There's an equalizer that he has to try and get over as now Skarner diving in, but the polymorph was too good from Lahens. He flashes, he finds an Impale onto Chovy once again. He's going to get deleted. The Magnet Storm actually amazing from Execute, but they don't have a lot of damage remaining. Still Henna dives forward. They do get the shield onto Pace, but not until that damage does come through, and Gen G have to back away.
Yeah, this turret still being up is huge.
Oh, seismic shove, fantastic here as Closer still going forward. Trying to find some opportunities as Pays gets an extendo beam onto him. Oh, there's the shield to come through as well, as these piercing arrows are scary. It's really cool. They both got that cool golden sword thing.
It's a quite critical item.
It is. It is.
You could say.
And Trophy finding some rockets here. They are not doing quite as much as they used to, but still, Fear-X a little bit worried. There is a Glacial Prison. Raptor could be in trouble yet again. There is some follow-up. The Equalizer just too strong. Thankfully, he's in Zhao. So he presses Crescent Guard, and then everything is absolutely fine. Does get an ultimate out of Lahens as well, so it's an R button for an R button. Still, with the positional advantage, Gen G going to go for the Baron.
Teleport's coming through here. One more Hail Mary from Fear-X.
Yep, that's going to be the Weaver's Wall. That does stop the Baron. There's now Keen with no equalizer. This could be a difficult team fight, but Canyon still going to try and start this one up. Clear taking about half of his health bar. Redemption to keep Gen G healthy. Extendo Beam doesn't find the mark as Raptor looks for an angle. He's got all of his health back as well.
For the Baron is Fear-X with a late decision to come over and contest.
I mean, this is going down so fast, they might be able to just walk over to the Dragon as well. Is down to 2,000 health. Yeah, Raptor nowhere near it. So the Baron, not long for the world at all. That is going to be the engage on to Execute. He's able to crash down out of it, but the Chains of Corruption do not find the mark. And now Clear just trying to stand in front of his team to keep them alive. My God, these Harpoons are doing so much work as now Canyon. Yeah, he's relatively low. It is going to be a decent Impale to come through yet again. And they do manage to get rid of the Corki, but look at this, it's a quadra kill already. Clear's got a huge health bar, but I think it's another Penta in game number 1 of the summer season for Pays. He picks up a Penta and they'll just march towards the Nexus.
Oh, Pays, another Penta, 11 kills for the man that set the record for most kills in an international at MSI. You give this guy a Zeri, and he is gonna run away with the game. And the redemption dropped in the fight. Everything put on the Chovy. And yes, he ultimately dies, but it's a Chovy for Nexus trade, and Gen G take the first win. Right, and I think that we did see some of that from Fear-X. They were confident. Closer had a tough laning phase, but was very good at setting up a lot of those team fights. And I think this is a good look from Fear-X in a loss.
I guess Explosive Charge does a circle of damage. That's Karthus. I was wondering which AP jungler he was going to go towards, but I wanted him to play Zyra. That's how you counter circles, with another circle. Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, you had to ban away the Rumble, you had to ban away the Skarner, and Nidalee is not allowed to go to Canyon, so they just weren't, they didn't have the options. Let's dive into the Rift, see whether they can get it done in game number 2. And that is, there's a lot of just go in and do things.
That's true.
A fair bit of lane control as the Tristana, obviously. Closer struggling a little bit in these initial trades, as the last time was, in fact, versus Peanuts Skarner, was that the game?
I think
it was the game.
Yeah, I think it was the game. FaZe is already starting to get
dear.
online. Clear.
Yeah, wall of paint coming on in there, and oh no, the gold card actually eating up the entirety of the lightning rush. He's exhausted now. Keen pulls out a card, doesn't even need it. That's first blood going over to Canyon. He'll grab some Dark Harvest stack while he goes through it, and yeah, that is not the start that B&K Furex wanted Canyon to have on his Karthus. Nothing he could really do there, and getting a stun so that these Skittles can all land effectively as well. I mean, there's a lot of synergy between Twisted Fate and the Karthus here. And in Meta's past, it just wasn't really a combo that we'd ever see, because both of them used to occupy the mid lane. But not anymore. They're top lane and jungle, so it's just crazy how things do change.
If he shreds me again and tosses those rockets in, I might be donezo. So, I mean, it was a fine line. They were both walking there, but I think walking away is the right call for closer.
Well, Canyon is going to discover that Raptor is trying to take away his Bramble back, which he definitely doesn't like. It gets a little bit upset about the whole situation and decides to go for a reset. Is now, speaking of which, okay, Execute moving on over. Raptor back on it once again, walks through that wall of pain one more time.
Pretty big advantage, and obviously Canyon is just going to out-farm the Xin Zhao on the Karthus.
Well, there is the Destiny. Immediately, Keen is going to come down, finds the gold card, on to clear once again. Snare going to come on through, and there is the ulti from Canyon. Going to help take down that kill, grabs himself an assist. Of course, not punished too much when it comes to farm, things like that. It's just a wave on his side as well, as now FaZe in trouble. Slicing Maelstrom going to come in, and that should be the first kill going over to Furex for this game. As Canyon throwing Skittles around. I don't think FaZe dying really does too much as far as the game state is concerned, but definitely good news for Furex. Being on the board, certainly important. They will be able to take a plate, though, here in the mid lane is Gen G, as Lehens even sticking around taking 3 turret shots in order to get a Demolish proc. You love to see it.
With his passive and grabs a plate. Meanwhile, Clear not in the clear.
Oh no, they are really just against the Pikachu this time around. The cannon once again going to be removed.
It's really strong that he's able to pick up the torch here now as well. He could start to be relevant on objective setup. They're able to get a dragon here. And we're going to have to see if Clear can actually make something happen proactively here on the map.
Yeah, Execute moving up. Keen could be the one in trouble here, as he did have the information, but there is the dive in. I don't think this Twist of Fate is going anywhere at all, and even the kitchen sink thrown from the Ziggs from downtown. Mega Inferno Bomb, there was no way getting out of that one.
He's 4 levels up.
That's so silly. And of course, FaZe is the support in this lane, but he is a level ahead of Execute right now. And Henna at least is up at the same point as now Closer having to get away. The Phosphorus Bomb is going to connect, though. There's the Buster Shot. Oh, the Requiem. And that is going to be enough. Canyon takes down the Tristana. Making it very, very difficult to make any sort of play. And we're talking about that 5v5 that we could potentially get
just
to.
Not
haven't
happening.
seen it.
Gen G just deny it every time. They avoid Furex and...
Oh, okay, there's the flash forward. Canyon maybe caught out of position here. Wind becomes lightning, comes in. Chovy will turn up. Mega Inferno Bomb coming down, as well as now Canyon trying to get in position so he can die at the right spot. Chovy's going to go down as well, though. That is 2, but the Requiem coming in. FaZe should be taken down as the explosive charge, not actually to come through. Finally, he does fall, and that's the double for Closer. And Furex, they're on the ball. They only had to sacrifice 1. This could be a Baron.
Now staying through, Raptor will tank it up here. Right? Don't stand on that, Henna!
Well, Henna is just going to get out of there. Clear is taking more damage than he'd otherwise like.
It's okay, they did.
Raptor's like, guys, like, I've got this, it's fine. Just leave me alone. And he is going to be able to get that walk away.
It's just not, it's not going to be enough. Yeah. And this is rough.
There's a max range hook that's going to connect here as Gen G. They are angry about losing that last fight, but they're going to lose that Twisted Fate immediately. Lehen's taking a lot of damage. He'll flash away, and now Closer turns up. You can see that DPS really starting to get up there, but oh dear. This should just be 2 kills, 1 kill. Never mind, Execute tanky enough to survive the Requiem there.
Doesn't walk on the Malignance at least.
Did you see all of the gameplay that Furex were doing? And then Gen G, like, Canyon's just like, yeah, how about this gameplay? Presses the R button.
Yeah.
Gen G, I don't think they're going to be too worried. Wolf, like you were saying.
I think Gen G are still feeling pretty good about the game state. They have, obviously, the Soul Point. But this game is much closer, I think, than it looked like it was going to be as Execute finding Lehens.
Yeah, Magnustorm to come on through here as Closer rocket jumps forward just to close the distance, and Lehens just dead. No follow-up available.
Just let this go and not force here and say, we'll take Infernal Soul instead. But the timing is a bit awkward. They're going to just let this go for now, pushing mid to try to draw some Furex members back. There's no wave here. Very awkward for Gen G. The Baron, it's gone, Atlas.
Yeah, and Destiny's popped. They know exactly what's going on, but there was no way for them to contest.
Requiem just for the poke?
Yeah, yes, I mean, is that poke? You almost killed Closer, okay. This is a Hail Mary. This is like, well, we know that we're never going to outscale, so we may as well try and find a pick and just win the game. And with a Baron, Tristana, and Ziggs, you're going to be able to do it. But Raptor, he is a little bit on his lonesome. Does have, of course, the Crescent Guard available, but my god, Infernal Soul, ladies and gentlemen, and a Corki with 3 items. And if they do get in here and manage to find something, it is going to be important. Good buffer to get Closer out of there, and Raptor taking so much damage. Oh my god! Even the Piercing Darkness is so scary as Raptor! Will he survive? He will! Okay, he's fine. He's fine. He had Hysterics, so I don't know, Atlas. You need to just look at the items before you get excited.
He does not have Warmogs though, so I don't know if he's going to live much longer.
Okay, there is a Destiny coming in as Henna's going to have to flash away, but there is the depth charge. And Keen's on the flank angle. There is absolutely nowhere to run. Raptor tries to flash for him, but the gold card was in the air. And they start off the fight with a kill. The Magnet Storm, it doesn't do anything. The Slicing Maelstrom doesn't either. But he is still able to take down Pace. Clear, just exploding. What was that damage? It was absolutely insane. And now Keen looking for a little bit more. Already the bottom lane is being wiped out, but Chovy comes in for the cleanup. And Closer is still alive, trying to get something done. He's under 4K right now, despite the fact that it feels like Gen G have had full control. And speaking of which, here is a Destiny in. Slicing Maelstrom is going to stun up Keen for the moment. He does have his Zhonya's at the ready as well, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Yeah, 4 members of Gen G probably going to be enough.
I mean, it goes quick, and then you go straight to Elder. You got Exodia, and we'll get our fancy little graphic for it because... I mean, there's just no stopping this.
There's no Destiny, there's no Requiem, and there's no Dawning Shadow. Gen G are not at full power right now, and this goes down so incredibly fast.
Clear has teleport as well.
Yeah, good satchel to try and get Lahans out of there, but he still manages to land the hook. It's a steal from Canyon! Really? You do that to them right now? That is so unfair. Now the executes come in from this big old dragon. That is the very cool borders around the pictures for Gen G as well. And oh man, it was so close!
I mean, the thing too is the teleport from Clear, if it's faster, maybe he gets a huge Slicing Maelstrom, but it's too late. He's not there in time. Keen just Destiny's on top of him and kills him as well. There's no hope for B&K and Gen G. And so we're going home early tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are the 2-0 for the MSI champions, but in this game, B&K Fearex, they made him work for it. I actually think that they played very, very well to their win conditions in this composition. Just didn't quite work. And with the fact that they fell behind early, maybe we could have seen something different if the early game had gone better, but I think it was still a valiant effort. Still, Gen G will walk away with a 2-0 in today's match. I think that is more damage than time in the game. You know, like 44 versus 35. It's just a bit silly.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Deer for the POG interview translation, joined by Paze and Keen on the side of Gen G, who just took a quick 2-0 victory. Congratulations!
Keen,
following the Spring and MSI titles, you secured another amazing win for the first match of summer. How do you feel? I'm very, very happy that I'm able to get our first win with a 2-0 victory today. And Paze, you also scored pentakill number 1 of summer. Congratulations. How do you feel? Yeah, I know that I've had some pentakills under my belt, and I'm really happy that I was able to grab another pentakill with Zeri. And Pace, with today's match, you have surpassed 860 all-time LCK kills. Is it safe to say that Pace has the greatest kill-catching senses of all time? Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at getting kills. But I don't know about being the greatest. And Keen, what are your thoughts on Pace's kill-catching abilities? Yeah, when you get to play with Pace, he's definitely greedy for CSing and KS, well, really just getting kills. So we try to compete and contest for these kills. And yeah, honestly, I was trying to contest for it this time around too, but I saw him get double and triple kills, so I just had to give it to him. Yeah, so I know I really wanted the pentakill, so I asked for it. And with the crit item buffs, there has been a shift in the bot meta. So compared to MSI, can you feel the difference? Yeah, crit items have gotten a lot of buffs, but I think the laning phase is what I prioritize a lot more. So I think that's why I try to go for builds that actually do focus on allowing me to do a better job in the laning phase. And now we have to replay the pentakill moment. How did you see this pentakill angle? Yeah, this angle, just the picture was so beautiful for me. I think the way that my teammates funneled the resources to me actually paid off a lot more. So did you yell for the pentakill when you got triple kill? Yeah, I think I was shouting for it the moment I sent out the Zeri Q. Let's take a look at some of the milestones. It looks like the all-time LCK pentakill standings. It shows that you're in the second place with 5 pentakills. And you now have your personal career, some accomplishments right now. It looks like 5 times in the LCK, 2 times in LCK CL, and 1 time in the MSI. So apparently the champion with the most pentakills in the LCK is Zeri. So what do you think enables her to get so many pentakills? I think just because of her skills allowing her to hit multiple enemies at once, and I think her base attack is just so high that it just makes it so much easier to get pentakills with her. In game 2, with TF and Karthus locked in, you guys had early control of side lanes and you scaled really well. So how did you come up with this comp? This isn't something that we came up with prior to today, but I think we just communicated about what kind of comps or what kind of picks are good for us to play with the given draft. So is there anything you remember from calming with Canyon? Nothing memorable, but in game, we just noticed how often the Senna and Karthus ult was getting shot top, so I just felt like it was such a blessing. In game 2, BNK's aggression really stood out, so did they give you a trouble in any way? I feel like they were attempting to do something and trying to... They were just trying to, I noticed, make some moves so that they can actually make a difference. But I do see that they are trying really hard to make a difference and turn the game around. And Pace.
개막전을 치렀고 또 이제 LCK 프로비랑 결승전 가려면 아직 시간이 많이 남았기 때문에
This concludes our opening week match. I believe that as long as we're able to keep it up like how we did in the MSI, we would be able to win the summer title as well. And Keen, just like Pace said, as long as we're able to get a good read on the meta and continue practicing really hard, we have a very good chance for the summer title. Congratulations again, and that's the end of the interview from Pace and Keen of Gen G, and back to the space. Thank you.